Hi guys, we are back at the garden center. I came up here real quick because I needed to pick up some more grass seed because I found a few more little dips and stuff in the front yard, and we've been working on that area. So I'm up here. I thought I'd bring you guys along because I'm also looking for like an annual centerpiece plant because I've got a few leftover pansies and some ornamental kale that I want to kind of just create a quick arrangement and just kind of use them and enjoy them before the winter takes them all. So that's what we're going to be doing up here today. And I just thought I'd bring you guys along and show you what's up here beginning of November. And I do have my eye on a tree, a dogwood tree, I think. It's so tempting. I'm kind of redesigning that area in the butterfly garden where what is it? Oh, brain cramp. Where the area where we have the little lime standard and the butterfly bushes, I just don't like the way that area looks. It just looks it doesn't flow. It's like everything kind of is filling in, and then you just have this standard tree and then 3 butterfly bushes just packed in underneath it, and it's a little too congested for me. So I think I might be pulling the Limelight standard and putting it somewhere else, and then figuring out what to do with the butterfly bushes, which I'll probably give to friends. So anyway, so I came up here to get some inspiration, some ideas of what to put in there. And there's a dwarf dogwood that is looking gorgeous right now. So I'm thinking we may end up with a tree. So I don't know, but let's just take a quick spin around, see what they have up here real quick, and then we'll head home because we've got a little bit more of the grass reseeding to do, and then I have some mulch to spread. And yeah, so today's kind of gonna be like a little bit of just random odds and ends stuff. And this time of year, that's pretty much what I end up kind of doing because the vegetable garden has been all turned over. Everything else in the gardens is looking beautiful. Everything's slowly starting to power down. So there's really not too much in the way of like fall perennial cutback yet because it's still early in the season. So we're just kind of taking care of little odds and ends, random things, and enjoying some really pretty fall color. I mean, I gotta go look around. Look at this. Isn't that just beautiful? Look behind me. We're at the Japanese maples again. I swear I need some acreage, you guys. I would love to have like a section, like a huge section. It's kind of like a Japanese maple garden and just have all different varieties, colors. Oh, so excited. Anyways, I'm gonna head back this way so we can start over by the Japanese maples where they actually start. And then we're just gonna do a quick lap because we were just here a week or 2 ago. So not too much has changed, but it's always fun to look at all the beautiful colors like this. Look at that. Oh, and the light is harsh right in my eyes. This time difference thing just really gets me sometimes, but this is gorgeous. I'll find a tag for it when we get over here, but oh. All right, here we go. You know what, guys? Before we get into the trees, I want to look at this because Mo and I have yet to go looking for flagstones to kind of start the walkway by the gate where the vegetable garden is. And they have some really pretty stone here. Now, I'm not looking for things like this, you know, where they're pretty, I don't want to say formal, but I'm looking for something a little bit more natural. Just some random shaped pieces that we can just kind of lay and make a natural looking pathway. So let's just take a look at this. Ooh, this rock would be really pretty. Oh, but like something like this, where you have odd shapes all over, and then you have bigger pieces, medium-sized pieces, smaller pieces, and just kind of very woodlandy, very informal. But I like this color. This is like a grayish. It's got gray and blue in it, but there's a little tiny bit of like orange speckled throughout, which is good. It makes it look more natural, but I don't know. This one, I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks kind of purple. This one has a little too much orange for me. I like that color too. Oh, they got a lot back here. Look at all that. I think these are more like the cobblestones and for edging, but like this is what we're looking at. I like that. But again, I don't want it to be too uneven as well. I want the unevenness around the edges, but I don't want it on the surface because we're going to be walking on it. So I don't really want dips and stuff like that because I don't want to catch like my heel or my toe and then just kind of go, no, we don't want that. I like those too. I got quite a bit. Splash block. Interesting. Oh, that's weird. That looks weird. Cool weird, but weird. For me, anyways. Stepping stones, yeah. See, these are just way too exact. Canadian river stone. This might actually be good in the swale. That's really pretty. And I think we're going to do something a little bit bigger than this for the Green Mountain boxwood hedge right along the bottom of the swale. All right. Okay, guys, enough with the stone. Let's just take a quick lap and see what we see. Look at these hollies, you guys. They're huge. I can't even imagine what something this big weighs, especially when you have a ball and burlap root ball that's easily 4 feet wide. Wow. All right, so this whole section is hollies. And you can see real quick. Can you see how far it goes back? That's the other side of the nursery with the perennials and the shrubs, but my. The magnolias. Look at those pines. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Look at the Hinoki cypress. So they're all starting to molt, which basically means that they're just shedding their interior leaves. Pretty typical to do. Our arborvitaes are doing the same thing back at the house. But these are beautiful. And even when they molt, they look amazing. Look at that. They're beautiful. You gotta love the serpentine blue atlas cedars. Ooh, that's a weeping Alaskan cedar, isn't it? That's a double trunk. What? I've never seen that before. Hold on. Oh, where are you, tag? Oh, there's the tag. Chamaecyparis newt contensis glauca. 18 to 20 feet tall. I've never seen one with a double trunk. That is beautiful. Let's take one last look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, so pretty. We're entering the Japanese maples. You gotta love these. They're beautiful. Look at all of these, you guys. All of these shades of red. There's one back here. This is not a Japanese maple, I don't think, but it's tucked back in here, and it's glowing. Japanese maple full moon. Oh my. 15 feet tall and wide. Get out. Look at that. Sorry, the branches are everywhere. I'm just like mesmerized. That is so pretty. Oh my. This looks like a coral bark. Is it? Sango Kaku. Okay. Gorgeous. Look at the color of the bark on this. Beautiful. Look at this. Is this Orangiola or waterfall? I don't know. Ryasin. All right, another one I have to look up. I don't care, it's gorgeous. Okay, look at these. Oh my. Mikawa, Yatsuba, Fire Glow, 15 by 12. See, I would love to put one of these Japanese maples in place of where the Little Lime Standard is. The problem is that our neighbors right behind, right over the fence, not even like 3 feet, they have a Japanese maple. So it wouldn't really, it'd be a little too much of the same thing, but yeah, I don't know. It could work. Pacific Rim Collection, where are you? Final Fire Maple from Isley, of course. We love Isley. 15 feet high, 12 feet wide, hardy down to -20. It grows upright, 6 to 12 inches per year, sun to partial shade. And this is the fall color, you guys. This thing is lit up. I mean, it's surrounded by Japanese maples, but look how bright this one is. Ugh. What do we have over here? Northwind Maple. 20 by 15, hardy down to -30. That's pretty too. Look at this, you guys. We literally just walked through here. Sure, just a quick lap around the garden center. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at these. Fern leaf, full moon Japanese maples. Oh my goodness. Look at all of these colors. Here's the coral bark Japanese maple. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this. So in the winter, when all of the leaves drop, this is what you're left with. The coral bark, hence the name. But it just lights up in the garden when all of the other trees, all of the other deciduous trees drop their leaves, and they've got that, you know, tannish, brownish bark color. You get this. That'll probably just glow in the garden. Gorgeous. All of these are. Seiryu lace leaf maple. 15 by 12, 6 to 12 inches of growth per year, upright, hardy down to -20. That's pretty too. Oh, okay. All right, we are gonna make this a quick trip. We've got our yews over here in all different formations, upright, spreading, dense. That's Denise, we've seen you, Denise. Over here, we've got our hydrangeas. The hydrangea standards are in peak fall color right now. We cannot not look at these. And we're right by the highway again, you guys. These are the Limelight standards. Oh my. When they're in mass like this, or even alone, they're just beautiful in these shades of pink and mauves and cream and tan. It is just gorgeous. Look at that. And now look at the oak leaves. Oh, aren't they beautiful? This is the beauty of the oak leaf. Sorry. This is the beauty of the oak leaf hydrangea. Look at the fall color. Aside from the fact that the foliage looks like oak leaves, look at what it does in the fall, you guys. I mean, reds and burgundies and purples. Oh my. I know I say that all the time, but can't beat it. Rows and rows of oak leaf hydrangeas. And now here are some macrophyllus too. Oh God. Can't wait to get some more shades so we can get some of these in our garden. Let's take a quick run down the evergreen ground covers. These are gorgeous. Look at this one. Can you see? This one just stands out. This silvery, icy blue. What are you? Juniper Angelica Blue. Oh yeah. Wow, 5x5, full to part sun. That is gorgeous. I like that. Green Sergeant Juniper. 15 inches by 10 feet wide. Wow. That can really spread. Full sun, hardy down to zone 4. 15 inches by 10 feet. Spaced 4 to 6 feet apart. Wow. That's insane. Lime Glow Juniper. This kind of reminds me of, is it Fire Chief Arborvitae? It kind of has that like reddish copper. Not my cup of tea, but God, it is gorgeous. Okay. Highway, the hollies. We've done the hollies many times before. Tamukayama, Japanese red maple at maturity. Oh, see what I mean when I say they just kind of stand out like a beacon? Like from wherever you are, it just pops. One day we will have acreage where we can grow, we can have a Japanese red maple section, we'll have a wildflower section. I'd love to put some beehives in there. Maybe a cut flower garden-ish, well, who knows. And then just trial gardens, rose gardens, just a little bit of everything on a whole bunch of land. That would be ideal for me. Okay, where are we now? We're in the berry section. We've done all of the berries, the blueberries, grapes, everything. And now we're coming up to, let's see, we got buddleias, cotoneasters. It's just so much. All right, we've gone all through here with the laurels and everything. Let's take a turn up here towards the azaleas and we'll see. We got the beauty berries and we'll make our way towards the annuals because I kind of want to find a little centerpiece for our soon-to-be container. The azalea section is always looking beautiful. This is like the part shade section. Oh, thanks for the little beep. All of these azaleas. Far as the eye can see, you guys, and the pottery section. Let's take a look real quick. Blue seems to be a very popular color. I mean, obviously we have the big blue containers at the house, which Mo brought home from work, so hey, why not? But look at all of these. See, I like that. I love that. Or this. If we're gonna go into like the reds, I want something a little muted, but I love this shape. Look at that. Gotta block the sun a little. Isn't that pretty? Okay. All right, we're gonna make our way back into the annual section. Okay, this is the perennials. We're good over here. All right, this is the section that I want to check out. We've gone through here quite a few times before with all of the ornamental kale and cabbage and peppers, but I want something like the zinnias would not hold up much longer, so I can't use those. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at that. What do you guys think? Dark purple celosia. How do we feel about that? Oh, wait, hold on. I see orange over here. I see some orange celosia. That's really pretty. These are looking a little stressed out though. I mean, these are huge to be in these 4-inch containers. I just pulled it out of its pot. I think we're good with all of our orange. This would just be really pretty. Kind of just pops. This one is a Tens lipstick. That's pretty intense. I like the foliage on that. I think we're gonna go with the dark purple celosia. I think that'll be really pretty. And I do like the foliage on this as well. Plus I like the height on this one. Let's take a look at these pansies real quick. I'm really drawn to this one. The white with the purple center, the purple face. Beautiful. And I love the deep purple on this one. But I tend to go for the blues. I love them. They're so pretty. And look at the yellows. There's just so many colors. And of course my signature, honey apricot. Look at all these. With some mums. They're just beautiful. And then over here we've got our ornamental kale. That is beautiful. Crystal snow, love it. I love all of these. Oh, so pretty. Oh, we've got more pansies over here. Oh, look at this, you guys. They are packed full. You can see I'm drawn over here. This is beautiful. Look at that. Oh. And this, I love these two together. Very spring, but oh my gosh. Oh, look at this. This is like a beautiful, like gold yellow. Just take a look at this, you guys. Tables and tables packed full of pansies and violas. I mean, just so much color in here. Ugh. So pretty. All right, guys, I'm gonna go run inside and grab some grass seed real quick. Then we'll head home and get to work. Was there ever a doubt? All right, guys, I got a dogwood tree. Isn't it beautiful? This is a scarlet fire dogwood. Look at that. And look at the fall color. Oh, this makes me just want to plant this right now. But this is the area I was talking about that we need to kind of redo. So I want to pull all this, and I think I might just have this right here. I think this is a good spot for it. I don't know. I'll just leave it here for a few days and see how I like it. That was a fun trip to the garden center and a very unexpected purchase, but I'm so happy with it. So now that we are back home, we can move on to a couple of our random projects. Again, in the front, there's a spot right by the sidewalk that I would like to throw some fill dirt in and get some grass seed going, kind of just fix that dip in there. Again, I call them ankle breakers. And then over by the vegetable garden, the gate that leads to it, I want to spread a little bit more mulch from the gate leading towards the front so we can level it out. I did some the other day, but I ran out. So I do have a few more bags that we can kind of throw down and just level off. And then if time allows, I would like to do a container, put together a container, but we'll kind of just have to play that one by ear because I was not anticipating being at the garden center for so long. But I was visiting with friends, got to talking, and before I knew it, 2 hours had flown by. And you guys know how that is when you're catching up with friends. You just lose all track of time. So yeah, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. But I would like to take care of those two things, the reseeding of the grass and laying down the mulch. Quick wardrobe change. It was getting a little too warm out, so I had to put on a lighter jacket. So we are out here in the front yard now, and there's a little dip right over here in the lawn, right by the sidewalk, that I missed. So I want to get that filled in and reseeded so we don't end up stepping on it or stepping into it and rolling our ankle. So from the crepe myrtle, it is directly in front of it, all the way down by the sidewalk. And you can actually see it too. Like you can see that little indent right there. And when I put my hand on it, it goes like a few inches further. So much like what we did in the backyard, we're just gonna throw in a whole bunch of fill dirt, tamp it down, reseed it, water it in, and cover it up. Now, I do wanna show you what we're using to cover up the seed with, because last time that we were reseeding, I said I was gonna run out and pick up some straw. Well, clearly this is not straw. This is actually seedling netting, I think is what it's called. Seed starter mat. So it's a mat and it almost kind of looks, it kind of reacts like fiberglass in the sense that it will get everywhere, all over your clothes. But what I like about it is it just, hold on, it just rolls off the roll and you just cut it to size, pin it down with landscape staples, water it in, and slowly over time, it just breaks down. So you don't have to lift it back up again. So this is what it is that we're trying. Pennington Seed Starter Mat. And then as far as mulching goes, you can see we've got a fresh layer of mulch right over here in the front and right back towards the walkway. But right when we get towards the edge of the retaining wall and a little bit right there, you can kind of see how it shifts color a little bit. The darker mulch is what we laid down, and you can see that we ran out right around here. So I've got a few bags back in the back on the pallet. I'm just gonna come out here and dump a few and just rake it all in, level it all in, and we'll water all of this in along with our grass seed. All right guys, I'm gonna jump into these two projects, get them done real quick, and then I'll come back around, give you guys a little mini tour and show you how it all looks. That we went and got from Merrifield. It's the Merrifield Sunny Grass Seed Blend. All right, guys, we got our 2 projects done. We got the grass reseeded and the rest of the walkway mulched and leveled and watered in. Both of them are looking really good. Again, not too much super huge impact, but these are some of the necessities that have to be done. Right over here is where we had the little sunken in section of the grass. I came in with a few scoops of fill dirt, filled it in, tamped it in, sprinkled some grass seed on there, used the mister on the hose end attachment to mist it all in, and then we laid our seedling mat on top of it, and I just fastened it with a couple of landscape staples and watered it all in. So I usually come out here about 3 times a day to water it, just a light mist here and there just to keep it moist, and sometimes maybe a little more depending on if the sun is out all day. But so far it holds moisture really well. It's definitely keeping the seeds in place, and unlike straw, when the wind blows, it's not just scattering it all over the place. So far, so good. I will keep you guys posted. And then right over here, you can see, this is the section, you can see the difference where I watered it in and didn't water it in. And it's a lot more level. And even there's a couple of little dips here and there. I noticed a little bit of pooling when I was watering it in. But again, as we walk over it, it'll get compacted, it'll level itself out, and it will just be another nice fresh layer of mulch and just help with the grading. But I love a fresh layer of mulch. It's so pretty. It just makes everything kind of stand out. And then we didn't bother to mulch this area over here because we still have some leaf clean out to do, but we have it over here. So we're kind of doing it in spurts. But I just love it though. Look how dark the mulch is, and look how green it makes the sky pencil hollies look. Really happy with it. Very nice. And then eventually our green mats will break down and just be mowed up when it's time to mow them. But that won't be for a couple weeks. So I don't know. We'll see. Again, first time using it, have no idea how long it takes to break down. All kinds of little experiments always going on around this house at one point or another. And now I am walking straight into the butterfly garden because this is where I placed the dogwood that we picked up. And oh, it looks so good there. Doesn't this look like a great spot for it? It's far enough away from the redbud. The redbud will be the biggest tree, but this will put on some size too. But just imagine it with the buddleia and the little lime standard gone, possibly the weeping blue spruce. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's just going to be exactly what this area needs, because this will put on some height around here too and intermingle with the Japanese maple, the redbud, and the crepe myrtle, but it won't look so congested right there. And I think that is what's kind of getting me, is just that cluster right there. So I don't know. Plus the fact that the little lime, it's like so performing. So I don't really know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this is where I placed it for now. I'm going to leave it here for a few days, see what Mo thinks when he gets home, and see how we feel about it. If not, we'll just kind of move it around and take our time, because when I get this in the ground, I don't want to have to move it again. So, but it definitely inspired me to clear this area out a lot sooner. And that's another reason why I love going to the garden center and just walking around, because you never know what's going to just jump out at you and grab you and take hold. And take today, for example, went in there for grass seed. I came out with a dogwood. I had the intention of redoing this area by the buddleia and the little lime, but I wasn't planning on doing anything until probably spring. But now that we have this in our midst, the motivation to get this done is high. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to call my friends and see if they're ready to make another pickup. But what a great day today, you guys. A little trip to the garden center, picked up a few things. And we got a few odds and ends projects done around here. Again, nothing too exciting, but like reseeding grass, laying mulch. Laying mulch is satisfying to watch though. And when it's done, it just looks so nice. So I'm glad that we just kind of spent the day together and just took care of these little random things. And we got to look at some beautiful plants too. So all in all, a very good day. And you guys, that is it for our video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye. I forgot to mention, we're not going to have time to do our container today. I was speaking with our neighbor and he's been texting with Mo, and they're talking about doing a fire pit in a little bit. So if we're going to be doing a fire pit, I've got a few things inside to take care of. So I'll probably film a separate video just putting that container together. Maybe just kind of like a, start to finish, no talking, just here it is kind of thing, because those are always kind of fun to just kind of sit back and relax and watch. Anyways, just wanted to mention that real quick. Thank you guys again for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.